You detective inspector, can I see your ID please, your warrant card?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, that's how it's done.
So why are you filming?
Because I just said quite clearly, because I want to, Mr. Carter.
Okay, because obviously the concern that causes me is, without knowing why you're doing it, I have to be conscious of how I have to protect everybody here.
Okay.
Protecting public that come and visit this building.
Yeah.
Which obviously public come here a lot.
Yeah.
You're entitled to do.
Yeah.
So without knowing why you're doing it, it makes me a little bit suspicious.
Not aggressive, behave yourself,
place,
man.
So I can stand here as
okay?
well.
You're asking me what I'm doing, you're saying suspicious that I could be communicating information to other people.
Which you don't
you're havering, mate. You're absolutely havering. You're chatting nonsense, my friend. Okay? All this information, everything that I can see here, could be seen from satellites, from Google Earth. Hello?
Are you filming?
Pardon?
What are you filming?
At the moment, I'm filming that sign.
Yeah, why?
Because I want to.
How do you mean you want to?
Because I want to.
Yeah, I'm asking you why though. Why would you film a sign?
Well, I'm going to film lots of other things, but the sign was what I was filming when you asked me the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, am I not allowed to film that sign? Is it?
Why are you being so defensive? I'm just
I'm
asking
not being
you
defensive.
what you're doing.
I'm asking you a question.
Police premises.
Are you a police officer?
What's it got to do with you?
Because you're asking me what I'm doing and why I'm filming.
I'm asking you why
so
are you
a police officer?
Premises?
Because I want to. Are you a police officer? If so, identify yourself. If not...
Before we even get into the first confrontation, let's set the stage. Because what you're about to see isn't just a random argument outside a police station. This is a textbook example of how lawful public activity collides with misunderstanding, ego, and misplaced authority. Today's encounter takes place outside North Kent Police Station and features an experienced auditor exercising a very simple right: filming from a public place. Sounds harmless, right? But as you'll quickly see, a camera has a strange way of turning routine professionals into defensive gatekeepers. This video isn't about being anti-police. It's about accountability, transparency, and knowing where the law actually stands.
I don't need to be friendly. Not friendly isn't a crime.
What are you doing?
I've just told you. I was filming that sign, but I'm going to film everything round about the building.
Why?
Because I want to. Am I obligated to answer your questions?
No, but I'm asking you, why are you filming police premises?
Because I want to.
What's going on?
This gentleman here is just filming police.
Are you still not identified if you're a police officer or not?
I don't need to.
Well, you do need to. It's in your code of practice. Of course you do.
I don't need to.
Yes, you do.
You,
Yeah, I'm going to film everything, mate. All your registration plates, everything. I'm going to film it all.
You're filming personal
Yeah,
plates?
100%.
For what purpose?
Because I want to.
No, that's a lot. But for what purpose?
Right. You detective inspector, can I see your ID please, your warrant card?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, thank you. That's how it's done.
So why are you filming?
Because I just said quite clearly, because I want to, Mr. Carter.
Okay, because obviously the concern that causes me is, without knowing why you're doing it, I have to be conscious of how I have to protect everybody here. Okay. Protecting public that come and visit this building.
Yeah.
Which obviously public come here a lot.
Yeah.
You're entitled to do.
Yeah.
So without knowing why you're doing it, it makes me a little bit suspicious.
This is where the interaction starts going off the rails almost immediately. A civilian staff member approaches and asks the classic, but legally meaningless, question, "What are you filming?" That question alone tells us everything about the mindset here. In the UK, you do not need a reason to film something visible from a public place. There's no permit, no justification test, no obligation to explain yourself to staff who don't even identify whether they're police officers. Notice how calm and consistent the auditor is. "Because I want it" isn't sarcasm, it's legally sufficient. The moment the staff member avoids identifying herself, yet continues questioning him, the power balance flips.
I don't want to be suspicious about it, so if you're open and honest with me,
I am being honest and open.
So that's why I'm asking why you're doing it.
Because I want to. I don't know how to be much clearer than that.
Okay, so what's your name?
Why would I give you my name?
Because I've asked you for it.
Am I obligated to give you it?
I've asked you, so it's just common courtesy.
Okay, but am I obligated to give you it?
If it gets to a point where I'm concerned about what you're doing, then it may well be.
Right, okay, but we're not at that point
yet. If I start to have grounds that you might be doing something that you shouldn't be, then I may have cause to legally ask you for your details.
Okay, so what grounds do you think you need for a man with a camera just filming public in a public place?
It's suspicious, nothing is
suspicious.
No,
it's not. Sorry, filming in public is not a suspicious activity. Do you stop everyone with a dash cam asking them why they're filming?
Not necessarily.
Right, well then. See all these cars here, these visitors' cars, these possibly have dash cams filming all this stuff. Are you going to stop all them?
Right, but there may be circumstances where we would. So the purpose of having a dash cam is so that you can record sort of...
Now enter Detective Inspector Carter, and credit where it's due. He does one thing absolutely right. When asked, he identifies himself and produces his warrant card. That alone puts him ahead of many officers we've seen in similar encounters. But unfortunately, that professionalism stops almost immediately. Carter leans heavily on the word suspicious, suggesting that filming a police station could indicate hostile intent. This is a fundamental legal error. Under the Terrorism Act 2000, specifically sections 43 and 47A, officers must have reasonable suspicion based on objective facts.
Are you recording?
Whatever I want, whatever I can see from public. Matters of public interest. So this is
So why is my car of public interest?
Pardon?
Well, you're
I don't know which car's yours.
No, you don't.
Exactly.
So why is my car of public interest? My car's in here.
The whole car park is of public interest because it's publicly funded. It's funded by the taxpayer.
Yeah, I pay taxes as well. So I also pay
technically
for it.
you refund your tax, but we're not getting into that conversation. Yeah, because you're paid out the taxpayer's purse. So essentially, when you're paying tax, you're just giving that money back that you're already getting given at the tax man.
So, what taxes do you pay?
None of your business. How about that?
So you're asking me about this car park?
Yeah, it's taxpayer funded. Yeah.
Which I paid.
Okay.
My vehicle's in here.
Debatable.
So why is my vehicle of public?
Okay, so I've just said to you, I don't know which vehicle's yours. Plus, what information do you think can be ascertained by a member of the public reading a registration plate? And a registration plate's supposed to be private, or are they there for a reason?
One of the reasons that people do it, and this comes back to where I start to get suspicious again, one of the reasons do it is in order to communicate it to people that have a menacing interest in the police, that may look to cause people harm.
All right.
That can be a number of different organisations, a number of different individuals acting independently. So if that's what you're doing with the information, that's extremely concerning.
So if you think I was doing that, do you think I'd be standing here talking to you as long as what I am?
Well, sometimes it's easier to hide in plain sight.
Do you know what Google Earth is?
Pardon?
Do you know what Google Earth is? Google Street View. You know it comes all the way up in here.
I'm just going to work.
Okay. You jog on then. Don't let me stop you.
Now, why are you being aggressive towards
I'm not
me?
being aggressive. I told you to jog on.
That's quite aggressive.
That's not aggressive. Behave yourself, man.
So I can stand here as
okay? And you're asking me what I'm doing. You're saying suspicious that I could be communicating information to other people.
Which you don't
You're havering, mate. You're absolutely havering.
You're
chatting nonsense, my friend. Okay? All this information, everything that I can see here, could be seen from satellites.
This is one of the strongest moments in the entire encounter. The auditor brings up dash cams, and it completely dismantles the officer's argument. Every single vehicle entering that car park is potentially recording the same registration plates, buildings, and staff movements. Yet no one stops them. Why? Because intent doesn't matter when the activity is lawful and conducted from a public place. This exposes the inconsistency in Carter's logic. The concern isn't data, it's control. The law does not discriminate between a dash cam, a CCTV system, or a handheld camera. If it's visible from public land, it's filmable.
Even be seen from Street View on Google Street View. So there's nothing that I'm filming.
You seem to be taking quite a great degree of making sure you can't be recognised.
Is that a crime?
I'm just curious as to why.
Okay, so what part of my attire do you have a problem with?
Well, what, you've covered your face, you've covered your hair, you've covered so that you can't sort of be recognised. So
is that again?
But you're not doing anything.
Okay. I could have perfectly
explain to me that you're not doing anything that I should be concerned
I could have
about.
perfectly innocent explanations for all those things.
You could.
Yeah.
But you're not prepared to offer any.
You never asked me for them.
No, but I'm entitled to ask a question of a member of the public.
Yeah, you didn't ask me the question though. You just said that you've taken great lengths to conceal your identity. If I want, just to rephrase what you said there, would I've said to you, well, I could have perfectly innocent explanations for all those things. You don't know me, I don't know you. So instead of making assumptions, why don't you just go on the facts that you do know?
Yeah.
Because that's
I'm stood in a police station area.
Yeah, and you're accosting a member of the public conducting perfectly legal activity.
You were in front of the gate.
Yeah, your colleague. Well, if you're a police officer, you do.
I'm not a police officer.
Well, why are you asking me what I'm doing then?
Because you're on police premises. That's what you're hanging about here.
It's a public
this
place.
Is my place of work.
It's a public place. Is that not a public counter through there? Is that not for public parking to use the police station? Pardon?
The police officer is asking you.
Yeah.
Why are you here? To me, you look suspicious.
Do you? You don't know me.
Police officers, but you look suspicious.
Do
to
I?
me.
Oh, well.
Hanging around
Okay.
my workplace.
Okay.
Wearing a pair of sunglasses when it's cloudy.
Okay.
With lots of heads. coverings.
Congratulations.
Well, I'm assuming you're going to be looking to put this on some sort of website. I don't understand why. I really don't. I don't know
Because
why.
you made a fool of yourself, officer.
How have I made a fool?
Because you're
of myself?
accosting a member of the public conducting perfect legal activity.
We've ended this conversation.
Yeah. See you later. Jog on. You're dismissed. Both of you. Get back to work. Ta-ta. Walk of shame. What a disgrace.
When Carter suggests that the auditor could be hiding in plain sight, we cross into speculative policing. There's no evidence, no intelligence, just imagination. And the auditor's response is devastatingly effective. Google Earth, Street View, satellites. This single reference collapses the entire security argument. If a multinational corporation can upload high-definition, 360-degree imagery of this exact location to the global internet, then claiming one man with a camera is a security threat becomes indefensible. This is where the interaction subtly shifts. The officer's authority starts eroding, not because he's challenged aggressively, but because the logic simply doesn't hold up.
First time I've heard telling someone to jog on has been aggressive, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think of that? Absolute numpties. Hello.
Hello, what are you filming for?
Because I want to.
Okay.
See? That, yeah, that's how it's done, exactly. Have a great day. I said that's how it's done, exactly. Thank you. Have a nice day. Very professional. I appreciate it.
Good, thank you. We just coming to have a quick chat with you.
So I do what I was saying, because I can barely hear you with the air conditioning.
Yeah, it's very loud.
Yeah. How you doing? You alright?
I'm alright, so how are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
No?
Do you mind identifying yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm Kinsey Daly, 15680. And
I'm just going to walk up here in the light, if that's alright. It's better for my film.
Of course we can.
And yourself, mate, what's your ID?
14544.
And your name?
That's the PC Monster.
Monza.
Monster.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Yeah, it's not too bad. We're just coming out just to check if you're okay. What we're up to ultimately, just make sure we're okay.
Checking what I'm up to.
Yeah, just
Come
make
on,
sure
man.
we're okay. And you're not doing, obviously, you're not doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. That's all. As i.e. filming a private car park.
Oh, I am filming that.
The private car?
Yeah,
What's the reason as to why you're filming a private car park?
because I want to.
Okay.
Am I not allowed to?
Not the private car park. Anything else that
I can film. No. What makes you think I can't film the private car park?
This section is particularly concerning. Carter begins focusing on the auditor's clothing, sunglasses, covered face, anonymity, as if privacy itself is suspicious. But legally, this is a dead end. Unless a Section 60A order is in place under the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act 1994, police cannot require someone to remove face coverings. Choosing anonymity while exercising lawful rights is not evidence of criminal intent. In fact, privacy is a protected interest. What we're seeing here is a dangerous inversion, treating rights as red flags. The auditor correctly redirects the officer back to facts.
Well, let's try and keep this civil.
Of course, yeah.
You know, but like, why don't you think I can film the private car park? That's very strange. Do you know?
Well, obviously, we just got some questions. Yeah. We basically have just come out to see if there's anything we can help you with.
Okay.
Is there anything we can help you with?
No, but you can give me a tour of your base if you want.
Unfortunately, we can't. We've got big bosses here.
Yeah.
This is the headquarters now,
Yeah.
isn't it? Is that all you've come for?
But a tour? No, I just came to film everything.
Is it just audited purposes and stuff like that?
If that's what you think it is, then that's what you think, you know. Like, it doesn't really matter, like, whether it's auditing or not. Or like,
It's just general conversation.
Yeah, it's just-
asking.
it's just
Up to you whether you want
filming for the sake of it,
Fair enough.
you know.
Fair enough.
But like, I am still curious to know what makes you think I can't film from a private car park for public.
Okay, so that's a private area, isn't it?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
Private
yeah.
area.
I've not entered that area.
No, okay,
Yeah,
fair enough. As
but-
long as you're not going inside and
I've not went inside, but I filmed through the fence all the registration plates. I made a point of doing that after a detective inspector came out and accosted me, saying that I couldn't do it. But he couldn't explain why I'm not allowed to do it.
Okay, fair enough.
Whereas I know I'm perfectly allowed
Fair
to do
enough.
that.
But as long as you're not in the private property itself. then
No, I've stayed within public the whole time.
As long as you're in the public place, do what you need to do in the public area. As long as you're not causing disturbance, it's all fine.
Yeah, even the reception, because there's people in there, I've not even went in there to give them some privacy, you know. Like, yeah, so like, I'm not here to encroach on members of the public and things like that, and private areas. But I have been filming through the fence. I have been filming registration plates, but that's all there is to it, my friend.
Well, at the end of the day, you're not allowed to tell me why. I can ask if you don't want to answer. You don't have to
I'm not going to answer that. No,
exactly.
you know your stuff,
enough, no worries. Well, I suppose as long as you're not.
The one thing I will suggest to you is, you know how I've walked down that little path round there.
Yeah.
There's nothing to suggest that that's private or anything of the sort. So see, just outside here, do you want me to show you?
Yeah, of course.
Because I can see right through your windows, and I can look onto computer screens and things like that.
What, just over there?
Just through there, yeah. So for GDPR, you might want to go in and see whoever's office it is and say, listen, just drop your blinds, because potentially you could see.
Mind pointing it out to me.
Yeah, you can see.
This is where the video takes an unexpected and important turn. Instead of being adversarial, the auditor actually helps the police by pointing out a serious GDPR vulnerability. From a public footpath, computer screens and sensitive data are visible through station windows. That's not a theoretical risk, it's an active data protection failure. And notice the difference in response. The junior officers listen. They acknowledge the issue. They don't get defensive. This moment proves something critical. When officers engage professionally, audits can lead to positive change.
Our compliance, you might, like, they've tinted the windows, but I can still see right in, you know, like, so just this little path here, there is a fence, and it stops you going any further, but before that, I can still see through windows. Okay. So, as I say, you may want to go and have a word with whoever's office it is, and say to them, just drop the blinds, because if you're over there, I'm pretty sure, a pair of binoculars, you'll be able to look right in it.
Fair enough, I will, I'll let them know, I'll find those officers,
awesome.
Let them know. Usually it's, I think they keep the blinds down, usually, but
usually.
Yeah,
some of them are down, some of them are down, yeah.
No worries. Just keep yourself to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't cause any problems or issues. You might have been. We just want to make sure you're okay doing. Just out of your curiosity, make sure you're not doing anything you're not supposed to be doing. And at the end of the day, sounds like you know what you're doing. You're not going past above and beyond what you're not supposed to be doing.
So far.
So far.
Yeah, famous last words.
So far, at the moment.
You come and chase me into the car park and no, I'm joking. No, as I say, I'm pretty much wrapping up soon anyway. So there's just one other thing, it's a little big bugbear of mine. Is your camera's running?
My camera wasn't running at the time, no.
Running, yeah.
You know you're supposed to tell me.
Fair enough, you're filming me, so I'm filming you.
Yeah, but it's part of, I don't have a policy on it. Like, it's part of your code of practice that you've got to inform members of the public, just for future reference, you know. Like.
Of course, no worries, no problem.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Tell me what your name is, just out
no. Normally I'm really rude when people say that. I say it's none ya, and they say none ya what? I say none your business. But I'm not going to do that because you've been pretty alright. But no, I'm not going to give you my name.
I know, I was just asking out of politeness.
Don't actually don't get in it. Alright, take it easy, guys. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.
So what's the final takeaway here? This audit perfectly contrasts two styles of policing. Detective Inspector Carter relied on suspicion without substance, assumptions without evidence, and authority without legal footing. In contrast, the junior officers demonstrated calm, lawful engagement, and were willing to learn when confronted with facts, especially around GDPR and body-worn camera obligations, and no crimes were committed. No powers were lawfully exercised. And the auditor walked away having reinforced a simple truth. Public spaces belong to the public, and transparency is not optional.